Very beginning, when we line up yoi. The Japanese, you'll hear for that, might hear kyosuke. This is also the stance, attention stance. Or you may hear shurutsu, line up. When you hear kyosuke, again, if you're in line, that's going to be to the attention stance. So, kyosuke, feet together, hands down at the side, right foot comes to the left. 3 bow, shomen nirei. And that's about to honor history and heritage. The shomen is at the front. All right. Renshi nirei, sensei nirei, down to the instructor. Otaga nirei, out to everybody else in the room. All right. Then we'll start the class, usually warming up. So we'll end the class this time. So nod your head up and down. Nice and slow. You want to get a stretch in your shoulder, neck muscles. And look left to right, same thing. And ear to shoulder, one side, then the other. All right, now make circles with your head. It doesn't really matter which direction. And then switch direction. Okay, stop. Okay, bring your hands high, and we're just going to let them drop, circle back around, and keep going. Okay, and then stop. We do the same thing. Start low, just let them circle up, and keep going. Okay, now cross your arms in the front, reach behind, try to get your fingers together. Try to get your hands higher without shifting your back forward. You don't want to do this, but you want to get your hands as high as you can without bending from the back. All right. Next, 3 stretches in a row on the same arm. Reach up like you're scratching the middle of your back. Grab your elbow with the other hand. Give it a nice pull. And we should already be shoulders width. So we're going to take a deep breath in and just reach that same arm that we stretched out to the opposite side. Stretch your lats. And then we come up, bring that arm across in front of you. Push it up above the elbow and pull it into your shoulder. Good. On these, when I say switch, we just do the same 3 on the other arm. So switch, grab, pull. Deep breath in, reach straight to the side. The important thing here is not to drop your shoulder forward at all. That'll take the stretch off your lats and all those muscles, your glutes. And bring that one. All right, good, good. Now, next stretch, take your right leg, left leg, whichever one that is. Grab it, and key to this, you don't want to be wobbly. So, same thing as any balance on a kick. Bend the knee, your leg you're standing on, weight on the ball of the foot, tight core. Pull this knee as tight as you can up to your shoulder. That should stretch your lower back. You want to grab the ankle and point the knee straight down. You got yours going out a little bit. You want it straight down as much as possible. We're going to actually push the hip forward more so than pull the foot back to get the stretch on the quadricep. And then when we switch, same do on the other leg. Doesn't really matter which leg you start with. In class, you want to kind of be uniform, but if you're stretching on your own, doesn't make any difference. If you got one leg that needs more stretching than the other, knee down, that's fine. Just stretch the other leg a little longer. Okay. All right, now we're going to set our foot down, shoulders width. I'm going to reach straight down. I want to try to keep my back straight, and I want to think of bringing my chin to my toes. I don't want to curl my back. That puts pressure on it. And over the long term, that'll give you an injury. Breathe out when you go into your stretches. And we usually hold for a 10 count. That's usually where people learn to count in Japanese. So. The general rule though is when you come up a little bit, and then down to the other side, so that we really are stretching the muscles in one direction. And then if you want to warm up for class, a 10 count is usually adequate. If you want to improve your flexibility, then maybe start with holding these for 20 instead of 10 counts. All right, come up, step out about twice the width of your shoulders. Point my toes out to 45-degree angles. Basically the shikadashi we did before, except we're going to go deeper and use it as a stretch. Most people will put their elbows on top of their legs like this. Don't do that. We want them inside the legs so they can push the knees out to the side. Drop the hips and keep the head up. It's going to stretch the groin muscles a little bit, get them warmed up when we do some more intense stretches. Right from here, we're going to just pivot to our left or your right. You're forgetting y'all opposite of me. Again, it doesn't really matter. But we're going to straighten our back leg. Come up on the ball of the foot. This one's going to be bent. We don't want to go any farther than the shin being pretty much straight up and down. We want our body up. And we want to push the weight straight down without pushing the knee forward. Extra stretch, look over your front leg shoulder. And you should feel that in the hip flexor, mostly. All right, turn around, same stretch. And face front, straighten the legs. Feet pretty close to twice shoulders width, straight down to the left. And right. Okay, then palms down on the floor in the front. Keep your weight on your palms. And we want to make sure the weight stays on the palms because we want to control how fast our feet go out to the side. Just go out until you get a good stretch and hold it.
Oh, this is so tragic. I used to do it all the way.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Oh, man.
So like I said, if you want to improve, you hold 20 count. Maybe you come back to this stretch each time too. Right. Bring it in a little bit. Then we're going to turn to our left. This is going to sound like it's complex. But I want my thighs straight up and down on the back leg. Knee touching the floor. Toes pointed straight back. Front leg, I want the toes pointing straight up. That's going to help me get a little stretch on my calf. Right. One hand on either side and think when you skin to your toes. This will really encourage the hamstring a lot also. Now right from here, I am not going to move my feet. I'm just going to bend my front knee and put that foot flat. Get my body straight up. Hip flexor again so I can look over the front leg, shoulder, and get extra stretch if I want. Very good. Then we're going to go back, put our hands one on either side of that front foot and push out as far as we can until we get a stretch. On this floor, I actually have a little, seems like I get stuck before I actually get to my farthest stretch point. But as long as you get a stretch, you're going to be doing all right. We're going to bring that in a little bit before we turn around. And we're going to do the same. Thighs straight up and down, toes pointed back, front leg straight, toes pointed up. One hand on either side, I think one chin to the toes. Bend the front knee, body up straight, look over the shoulder. And then front leg straight and push out into split position. I'd like a little bit of flexibility on these too.
Oh, man.
Alright, bring it in a little bit each time, and then pivot back to the front, palms down again, nice and controlled, push straight out to the sides. You might actually find yourself a little bit further down than you did the first time. But I'm going to point my toes up, shift my hands back, and try to keep my stretch as I sit down. Alright. Now, try to bend from the waist and not curl my back again. I'm going to reach straight out to the front. If this is all it takes to get a stretch, that's fine. That's where you go. Right? If you go all the way down, that's fine too. Might need that'll go quite down as far as I used to, but that's all right. 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 I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna turn, face my left toes and bring my chin in that direction. I'll come back up and I'm gonna hit the center again. Right. I'll come up and hit the right side. I'm gonna come up and face front, just kind of like at the start of the class. I'm gonna take my left arm over the top, right arm is gonna reach straight across the belt line. And then when I switch, I just come up and reverse the hand. Come up, reach out center position, last stretch. All right, now when we come up, the reason we bring our stretches in a lot before we shift is because you've got the muscles out, stretched, and you just jerk them a different direction, you might get the pulled muscle, which is what we're trying to avoid in the first place. Same thing when we finish up, I want to lean back on my hands, pull myself and let my feet come in a little bit naturally, and then I can bring them together. And that reduces the likelihood of putting even a pulled muscle on the list of extensive old banging injuries. I would start to say you can also get little micro tears if you just bring the feet together, which over the course of time, deteriorates the muscle tissue too. So, but that's basically the stretch routine we start with for the most part. And,